Anything is fine. Anything is fine.
Ma'am, I studied the science expression with this pen, ma'am.
I thought you took something else.
No, I'm to watch.
Ma'am, I
Okay.
taken shampoo.
Okay. Yes, ready?
Yes, I'm ready, ma'am.
Yes,
Is
ma'am.
everyone ready? Shlok, are you ready, ma?
No, ma'am.
Why?
I'm thinking.
Think. Kavish ready? Aryan ready? Sanya ready? Madhu ready? Fast.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
You take anything, there will be some science involved in it. Whatever you take, there will be science involved. So don't worry. You can take anything. Okay, now who's going to start?
Ma'am, Karan, can I?
Yes, Karan. Start, Karan.
Yes, ma'am. The science, ma'am. Good morning to everyone. My name is Karan Vikha. I'm going to tell you the science present in this pen. The science present in the pen is the. One second, ma'am. I will turn off my display. The science present in the pen is a spotlight and needle will come in this bottom of the ink in the area where ink is filled. Hold down the ink will no the spotlight that stick will absorb the ink and toward this it will come here and it will come and it will write one and for its safety we are putting a cap and instead of not drying, they are putting another cap one. This is a science of pen. Thank you.
Yes, so when you put the cap, you can talk about the turns, you can talk about the screwing there, you can talk about all that stuff. Okay. Yes, next.
Ma'am,
Yes, ma.
I'm going to tell about mobile phone, ma'am. In
Hmm.
old type, mobile phone is only used for calls and messages, ma'am. Time was changed and mobiles are also very advanced, ma'am. The technology developed and mobile phones are also very developed, ma'am. Like if we want anything like food, we have to order from phone and it will come arrive in 30 minutes, ma'am. If you want to go anywhere, you will book a cab in phone and you go to any place, ma'am. Like we want to play a game, you will play in a mobile phone, ma'am.
Tell
There
me
is
the
science.
science involved. Tell me the science involved.
We'll use mobile phones for our daily uses, ma'am. Like
Hmm.
anything we want mobile, ma'am. The
Technicality.
mobile,
What is the technicality? It
the
uses
mobile,
internet, it uses touchscreen. Touchscreen is pressure applied. So tell me like that.
yes, ma'am. The phone is coded like with
Hmm.
a binary code, ma'am.
Hmm.
In olden times there were buttons and no touch screen, ma'am. And now after technology developed, the the mobile phones are having touch screen, ma'am. And we have internet to use anything, ma'am. So,
Okay, very good, very good. Next person. Next person. Shlok. Kavish. Yes, Kavish, tell me. You're on mute, Kavish.
Ma'am, we have a, television and it is included uh, science because it have a remote control and on the remote there is a chip and the chip is made by science.
Okay. All right. How anything more that you know about the chip? What is done on the chip? How is the chip made? Do you know anything like that?
When
Ma,
Okay.
the chip
Fine.
is very
Excuse
small
me,
and
ma'am.
it
Please
can
wait.
it
Please
can't
wait.
hold
Please wait.
Ma'am,
Please
the
wait.
chip Ma'am, the chip is made up of microtext, ma'am.
Please wait. Micro materials, you're right, but you should not interrupt, right? Should say excuse me and wait. Yes, Kavish,
Ma'am,
continue.
ma'am, the chip is very small, so we can't hold it. So it and the science technology can made it only because if a person make it without science, so it will not work.
Very good, Kavish. Next
Thank you, ma'am.
person.
And me, Shadvika.
Yes, Shadvika, but switch on your camera. Yes, Shadvika, tell me.
Yes, ma'am. This is a pencil box.
Okay.
It's pink color, and this is made out of plastic.
Mm.
And it have a scale. They give a scale like a top of the. In the scale, we had measurements, and here they give some beads and some glitters and water and some emoji. And right here they are giving some eraser. This is a panda eraser and this is a heart eraser. And right here we can keep our erasers and right here our pencils, pens. It will be useful for our exam times or when we want to use. They
What
can,
is the science involved? What is the science involved?
I don't know, mom, in this.
Think, and tell me. Look at your box. Look at your box. Observe your box. Put it in the bigger thing.
Mom, it have water so that it's made of science.
Okay. What else can you say? You pulled the box out of something, right? Or did you open it?
We can pull the scale.
You pulled it, right? So what motion is applied?
Science, mom.
Yes, there is motion involved in it, right? There is sliding involved. So you need to apply a small force to pull that, right?
Small force.
Mm, yes, so force
When
is
we
there,
open
motion
it
is
so
there.
fast, when we open it so fast that the emotion.
Yes. Right, so you should explain it.
Ma'am,
Okay.
gravitational pull.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, no, ma, it's not gravity.
Ma'am,
Yes. Next person. Next person. Madhu.
Ma'am, I talk about shampoo, ma'am.
Okay, show us the shampoo. Tell ma.
Ma'am, network problem, so I off the video, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Tell me.
Ma'am, shampoo contains chemical. It clean dirt in our hair, ma'am. It contains detergent. Ma'am, one end is attracted to water, ma'am, and other end is repelled by water and attracted to oil, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, that attraction is clean our dirty hair.
Okay. So there is a small attraction that occurs. When you hear the word attraction, what else comes to your mind, people?
Magnetic force, ma'am.
Ma'am, like we are attracting to chocolates in the store.
Hey, hey. Magnetism.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, when we talk about attraction and repulsion, we can think of magnetism. Yes,
Ma'am.
Excuse me,
yes.
ma'am. This is
Yes,
Aryan.
Gopati. Tell me,
Ma'am,
Gopati.
I joined late, ma'am. What are we doing?
Why did you join late?
The topic is
Ma'am, I had to help my mother with some work, ma'am.
Did you drop a message on the group asking for permission? You should, right? This is your last excuse, okay? Gopati, we are learning about basic science around us. Okay, so now each one of our friends is picking up one thing and telling us the science behind that. You can also pick up a product and think about the science involved in it. Okay. All right. Now, who else? Next person.
Ma'am, science involved in pen.
Yes, ma. Tell me.
Ma'am, physics, ma'am.
Hmm. Explain.
Ma'am, it is of moving objects and movement and physics of stationary objects. Ma'am.
Okay. What is the physics involved? What happens? Tell us in detail.
Moving of objects
What objects are moving?
while writing some exam.
Yes, there is some kind of a pressure involved from the hand to the paper. Right. Similarly, there is an attraction from the ink to the paper, and this ink will quickly dry, making it easier for us to write. So you should explain a little more, dear. Yes, next, ma. Where are my silent people who are not talking here?
I think
Like this, ma'am. No one is there, ma'am.
ma'am, I think he finished, ma'am.
Next.
Ma'am, we finished, ma'am. No one is there.
Everybody finish. No, I have more participants.
And Marin Gopal didn't say, ma'am.
Aryan Gopati didn't say.
Not
I have
slow.
8 other people.
And also slow.
Kasini, did you talk?
Slokis want to talk, ma'am.
We have Om Shri Kumar. We have Dhrugan, Tejashri. So many people didn't speak, ma.
Ma'am, even English.
Sorry?
Ma'am, also English.
Yes, so many of you all didn't talk, ma. Please talk.
Ma'am, Slok wants to talk, ma'am.
Yes, Shlok, tell me, dear.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I'm going to tell about magnets.
Yes.
Ma'am, slow, sweet.
Ma'am, magnets are used in daily life, such as they are used in cupboards, they are used in comfort. They are also used in super fast magnet fields. The use of magnets have extended a lot. But magnets attract only three metals: iron, cobalt, and nickel.
Yes. So magnets are very important, right? So it is important for us to use things that are safe. And magnets may be naturally available or things can be magnetized also. Iron can also be magnetized.
Ma'am.
Okay, now moving on to the next one. Now, when we talk about subjects involved in science, what subjects do we have? We have chemistry. Chemistry is the study of
biology, botany,
Chemical.
yes. Now, one by one, chemistry is the study of chemicals. Right, we study chemicals, chemical interactions, and responses. Physics is the study of
Surroundings, ma'am. Or surrounding friction, moment.
Friction.
Study of force.
the study of force, friction. What are the physical elements involved? Biology is the study of
Nature.
Plants,
Of
animals.
life.
like
Of life.
human.
It can be divided into two parts: botany and zoology. Right, so it can be divided into botany and zoology. Botany is nothing but plant life. Zoology is nothing but animal life.
Things, ma'am.
Right.
Ma'am,
Next,
astrology
astrology.
is
Astrology is about the sky, space, and the universe.
Comet,
meteorology
meteor,
is
Meteorology,
study of comets,
Weather.
comets
Study
and
about
meteors.
weather.
yes, comets and meteors. Right, there are a whole lot. There is one of my friend called Obuli Chandran. Okay, his name is Dr. Obuli Chandran. Obuli is a very nice person who studies a lot about meteors. If you follow him, or you can follow him on Facebook, or you can see what he has done, and he'll always post so much information about planets and about meteors and about the coastal line and how the effect of these things are going to be on Earth. Right, how big this Earth is, how different comets are coming near the Earth, when we have to be careful, how we have to preserve all of that. Then ecology. What is ecology?
ecology is studying of the surroundings and
Mhm.
the plants and ourselves.
Tell me a
Studying
little more
about
clearly.
cleanliness.
History,
Sorry?
Studying about cleanliness.
Cleanliness, no.
Ma'am?
history, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am?
Studying
Hmm.
about
It is the study of organisms. Ecology refers to the study of organisms. Okay. Now these are all organisms, small organisms. Now when we talk about these subjects, all of this comes under science only, right? Normally normally when we talk about this big broad thing called science, we have something called STEM. Those who are in CBSE syllabus, in class 11 you will have to either choose, most all of us have to choose, but there will largely be two streams. One is STEM and the other is um arts, right? So STEM or arts. In STEM you will have science, technology, engineering and management and math, right? So STEM is very very important for those who like science, because when you say technology you need science, when you want to do anything relevant to life sciences you need STEM, right? If you want to become a doctor or a scientist or an engineer, you need STEM. If you want to become a chartered accountant, if you want to get into finances, into business settings, you need arts.
Arts.
In arts they will teach you about economics, they will teach you commerce, they will teach you business math, right? So you'll learn more about percentages and profits and loss and all of that. Okay.
Ma'am,
Yes ma, tell me ma.
ma'am, my dad's friend is he's a scientist, ma'am.
Okay.
That time I don't like science, ma'am.
Hmm.
It's so hard for me that time, ma'am, when I'm second standard, ma'am.
Hmm.
The portion is so hard, ma'am. My dad tell it's not so hard, and my dad friend tell it's so easy. And that time I learned science is so easy. That time science is so fun, and he showed me what else he made. He tell me a lot of things about science.
Yes. Normally, people assume, yes, Kanna, you're right. Normally, people assume, they think that science is very difficult. But for people who have an interest in it, who like it, science will always, they will have a reason. It will always be, something to think about it. Right? For example, what is this?
Head, ma'am.
Head, ma'am.
This is our head. Here we have a skull. Right? When we say skull, it is common language. But the actual word, the scientific word is cranium. Right? Now we will get confused. We will think why it is cranium. These are fingers. Correct. But in proper science, we will call them phalanges. In medical science, we call them phalanges. Now, why do we call them phalanges? Because medicine and all was from Greek, from Greece, right? From Hippocrates, right? So when science came in, we borrowed many of their words. So we have scientific words separately. Similarly, all of us know hibiscus.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
Hibiscus, we all know hibiscus, but that is Hibiscus rosa sinensis. Again, it is a borrowed name. So, how to remember this? Because there will be a plant name, there will be its surname. It is called the species name and the genus name. Right. So, when we know about this, automatically what will happen? We will know why it is like that. We will know the reason. Right. Hibiscus means hibiscus. Rosa sinensis means it is belonging to the family of flowers. That is why rose is a rose, because it has the family. It is the rose family, right? Some people may be, let's say, Rajesh Iyer. Can we ask him why he is Iyer? No, that is his family. Correct. His family name is Iyer. Similarly, we also
ma'am,
can have words like this. Clear?
ma'am,
Yes, ma.
ma'am, the word science also come from Latin word, ma'am. Scientia. That
Yes.
means now.
Scientia means something about life. So, in order for English people wanted to make it easier and for others to understand, so they started using many of the words in a different manner. That is the reason we have this, right? So, for people who love science, automatically they will start enjoying this. How many of you feel mathematics is difficult?
Ma'am,
If
Ma'am,
you feel math or science is difficult, you are wrong.
it is very easy, ma'am.
Because both math and science are very easy. You have to understand both. If you try memorizing it, it will become difficult. But if you understand why something is happening, then it will become very easy. Even I used to think math is very, very, very hard, till my 10th standard level. Till my 10th standard, I used to be so afraid of math. I used to sit and cry, 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 and cry. But when I joined in 10th standard, um, I don't know, I thought I will fail, but I passed. But my mother put me to a sir, right? She put me in a tuition. And that sir made my math so easy because it took him only 3 months. He explained why something is happening. Now, for example, division or a matrix or probability, he explained how it is happening, why it is happening, and he made me practice. He taught me the logic behind those things. Right. So if you feel math or science is difficult, it means you are not understanding the logic behind it. Right? Please
Understood, ma'am.
don't memorize formulae as it is. Right? If A intersection B it has a formula. You all know A intersection B's formula? Don't know? Okay, I don't know if they've taught you. You know A plus B whole squared formula?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Now
Yes,
let's
I
say
know,
ma'am.
ma'am.
it's A squared plus B squared plus 2AB.
Yes,
You need to understand what is A, what is B. How is it A squared plus B squared? So when you multiply, right? A
ma'am.
squared plus B squared. So
We
A
into
plus B
yes,
into A plus B. A squared plus AB plus AB plus B squared. So we will get AB two times. So A squared plus B
ma'am.
squared plus 2AB. Right? So there is a meaning to it. Correct? Similarly, you have to understand the logic behind everything. Never ever think maths is tough. Break this perception now. Okay? It is a misunderstanding. Sit, ask your friends, come home every day, and for 1 hour, sit and understand. Okay, Karan? Karan, you are a very intelligent boy. I don't want to hear this again from you, Karan, because you are a very smart boy. And don't think maths will get over with 10th standard or 12th standard. No. Maths will come to you for life. Even if you take arts or science, if you study anything, any subject, because you will do college, right? Whatever
Ma'am, without
subject you
maths,
take,
we
you
can't
will
do
have
anything, ma'am.
math. I'm sorry.
Without maths, we can't get any job. We can't do anything, ma'am, without maths.
Yes, you need math for everything. You need to calculate you need to calculate time, speed, and distance. You need to calculate percentages, right? If you're earning lots, you need to know percentage, you need to know deduction, right? So you need maths in every step of your life. Please sit and understand. All right? Let me not say more about it. Now, what is chemistry? Chemistry, we already said it is the interaction between chemicals. Right.
Ma'am.
Now, I will give you a situation. You have to think and tell me what will happen. Okay. Let's take some water. Okay. And we will put some oil. Then we will close the lid nicely and we will shake the bottle. Okay. And we will leave it to rest. Now, tell me what will happen.
Ma'am, the oil goes down and water comes up, ma'am. Because oil and water doesn't mix, ma'am. They repel each other.
It's a magnetic force.
Now, yes, oil and water does not mix because they have different density. Right? Density means thickness. Oil is more thick compared to water. Right?
Ma'am.
So when you shake, automatically suspension occurs. Right? Now, similarly, when you have half a glass of vinegar and you add baking soda to it, what will happen?
It will rise, ma'am.
It will give a fizz. Right? When you open a Coca-Cola bottle, what happens? Fizz comes out. Similarly,
Yes,
this will
ma'am.
also give fizz. Why? Chemical reaction occurs between soda and vinegar. This
Yes,
is the
ma'am.
same thing that you told me, right, Karan? Right? Karan said
Experiment.
to create artificial volcanoes, we use this. Right? Have you all made slime at home?
Ah, yes, ma'am. We can make slime.
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am, I have made.
Ma'am,
Why
I tried but not come correctly.
Okay, in the weekend, if you want to, under adult supervision, you can make a slime if you want to. Okay. Now, similarly, if you pour vinegar in a bowl, then you place a chicken bone, then you
Ma'am,
Ma'am,
idea? Any idea what will happen? What will happen to the bone?
I think the bone breaks, ma'am.
The bone will become brittle. It will change color. It will change its feature. Right. So now, shall we also try something, one small chemical reaction?
Ma'am, I did an experiment right now, ma'am.
Hmm.
Ma'am, I took a nut, ma'am. I kept it in this piece of paper and folded it and crushed it hardly, ma'am. Now there's oil on it, ma'am. Very little oil.
Yes, this is also a possibility because they have natural oils in them. Right. So this is also a possibility. Now, shall we try one small little thing?
Ma'am.
Yes. I don't know if it will be possible for you right now. Okay, so you can do this even after the class. Okay. Find a stained area in your house. Anyway, there is a stain on the tiles or in the kitchen or somewhere. Add a little salt, a little baking soda, and a drop of dishwash. Right, scrub that area. It will become sparkling clean. Why will it become clean?
Ma'am, due to the presence of
Because of
citric
the chemical reaction.
Yes, the dishwash and the baking soda will produce a chemical reaction that will dissolve all the hard dirt or the rust that is present. You can also add anything rusted, right? Anything rusted to a bowl with vinegar, salt, and baking soda. You can close the lid and leave it for some time. After some time, you will see that the rust will be gone. Right? So today, go home after the class, find anything rusted, put it in baking soda, vinegar, dishwash, and salt. And after some time, after 1 or 2 hours, you can take it and wash it and see the rust will be gone. Okay? Shall we try this today?
yes, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Everybody? What is it, ma?
I will try after class.
Yes, yes, after class only. Okay?
Now only I clean my house, ma'am.
No, no, after class. Now, similarly, physics. Physics is very, 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 very important. Correct? Why
Ma'am.
is physics important?
Because it has the moments of our earth and what we do our deliver forces.
Yes, there any kind of a force or a turn or a torque or any friction is all because of physics. Right? So, whenever we use magnets, right, magnets are one basic example of physics. Right? There was one person who used physics to attract iron particles. Right. And then onwards, he noticed that I forgot his name. Then onwards, he noticed that magnets can sorry,
His name is Magnus.
Magnus. Yes, from him only we got the term magnet, I think. Right.
Ma'am.
So when then he saw that they can either repel or attract. So South Pole and North Pole will attract, but North Pole and North Pole will repel.
Like poles repel, ma'am. Unlike poles attract.
Yes, like poles will repel. So from this only he found out the main effects and causes of
Ma'am.
magnets.
Ma'am,
Sorry?
I poured coconut oil into this glass, ma'am. I mixed it, but it's still in the top, ma'am.
Yes, it is because of suspension. Okay. So magnet, prisms. What is a prism, ma?
Mix over.
What is a prism? Prism. Okay, when you have a three-dimensional triangle faced structure. Like in
Ma'am, I
Egypt we have no.
forgotten the song.
Yes, in Egypt we have
Pyramid, ma'am. That is a
Pyramids we have. Yes, it
triangular
is a
prism, ma'am.
yes, it is a triangular three-dimensional object. Similarly, we have glass prisms. Right, in it is like multiple triangles from all sides. When this prism when light passes through a prism, you will get a
Right.
rainbow.
Three rays will come, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, even if we keep a magnifying glass under the sun, I also tried that, ma'am. I put it in tissue paper, and under that I kept an magnifying glass to the sun. It burned, ma'am.
Yes. Whenever you pass a single ray of light through a prism, you will get a rainbow. When you pass a single ray or a single sunbeam through a magnifying glass, it is likely to burn paper if present. So you have to be very, very, very careful also. Right. Similarly, anything in motion. Right. I already told you speed should be calculated. Right. So machines, wheels, heavy machinery, all of this will use a lot of physics in it, right? So you can measure the radius of the wheel, the speed at which it rotates. That is how they calculate the diameter, the thickness of any kind of vehicles, right? Some vehicles will have thin wheels, some will have broad wheels, some will have cushioning, some will have different effects. All of this is done only after studying physics. What will be the impact? Yes, ma, tell me.
Some have so big wheels.
Yes, now when we take big lorries, there'll be two wheels also together. That is
And
in order to handle the weight. Yes, dear?
and car.
Yes. Right. So it is to handle the weight. Only when the weight is evenly distributed, it will not shift. Now, if we have a seesaw, only when weight is almost equal on two sides, you can play seesaw nicely. If weight is more on one side, the other person will not be able to lift. Right. So the weight should be distributed evenly. If you and mummy play, you can't bring mummy up easily. Right.
Ma'am.
So you should be able to manage that. Clear? Now, some things that are heavy will sink. Some things that are lightweight will float. Yes or no?
Ma'am, like
Yes.
balloons will float on water, ma'am.
So balloons or anything will flow on water, but nails or heavy things will sink. That is because of the gravitational force present. Right. Similarly, when we study physics, one basic thing that we all will know is conductor and insulator. There is a third thing called semiconductor. I will come to it later. Conductor is something that will not allow current to pass through it. Sorry, current is something that will allow current to pass through it. Insulator, it is something that will not allow current. Right? So conductor means it will conduct, meaning allow.
Electricity, ma'am.
For example, iron. Right? Steel. All these are copper. All these are good conductors.
Electricity, ma'am.
If you take a wire, inside you will have copper wires. Right?
Ma'am,
In
it
a
is
wire,
conductor of electricity.
yes, in a wire you will have copper inside. On top of that, you will have big plastic, thick plastic. Right? For example, can you all see this here? Right, this
Ma'am.
is my laptop's cable. There is plastic here, thick plastic. Inside this will be good conductor. That is why the electricity is coming to my laptop. Okay, so there will be good conductor, there will be bad conductor. Right, if it is conducting, it is good conductor. If it is stopping current, it is bad conductor. Wood, rubber are all bad conductors.
Gold and silver flat.
Yes, when you see somebody getting an electric shock, the first thing that you have to do is see if you can find wood around you and move the person away from the source of current using that wooden stick only. For example, if you're seeing somebody who got a shock and if you have a cricket bat in your hand, you have to go and move the person's hand from the socket using your cricket bat. You should not touch them. Why you should not touch them?
Otherwise, current will pass to our body, ma'am.
Current will pass.
Because he can become an electric conductor for us, ma'am.
Yes. So because current is passing through him, current will come from him to you also. You will also get electrocuted. You
Ma'am,
will get
because electric
electrocuted.
conductor.
Okay. Sorry, ma?
Because human also will transfer electricity, ma'am.
Yes, humans also transfer electricity. Clear? Understood? Now, on a metal baking sheet, if you keep ice cubes, you will notice that it will melt faster because the metal sheet will act like a good conductor. When you keep on cardboard, it will melt slower because it will act like a bad conductor. Okay. Next one is, whenever you take your scale and you rub on your hair and you attract paper, will paper get stuck to it?
Ma'am, I done this experiment, ma'am.
You've
Ma'am,
done
I
it?
done this experiment, ma'am. I was thinking about showing, but
No problem. If you have
Now
pieces of
the
paper, if you take a scale, you rub nicely
ma'am,
and then you touch
ma'am,
paper,
it
it
will
will
be
stick.
more.
we'll do it
It
with
will be
pen
more
also.
effective if you have oil on your hair.
Okay.
With dry hair.
Yes, you have to do it with dry hair. Only then static will be produced. Static
And
is there, it is present in a lot of things. Yes, Malika?
not only with scale, we'll do it with also pens, ma'am, or
Mm.
pencil, or anything.
Yes, true. Okay, similarly, you can attract balloons also. Okay, even though it will not be there for a long period of time, but still it will be present. Okay, clear? Next, biology. Biology is the study of living things,
What
right?
environment?
Anything that is living. Correct. Now, today I'm going to give you a homework. Now, I want all of you to buy bread today. Okay?
I have it, ma'am.
You have bread.
Your voice is stuck.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you all hear me, ma?
Yes, ma'am.
No, ma'am,
Yes.
repeat one time.
You need 4 slices of bread. One slice, you can put it in a thin, transparent cover and keep it as it is. Take another slice, dip it in water and put it in a cover and hang it somewhere. Okay. Third slice, you can dip it in vinegar. Okay. And the fourth slice, you have to dip it in milk.
Ma'am, can I dip that in apple vinegar?
Sorry?
Apple vinegar?
In apple cider vinegar, you can dip it in apple cider vinegar provided your mother doesn't scold you. Right.
Ma'am,
Mm.
ma'am, we don't have vinegar.
Ma'am, excuse me, ma'am. Will you
Vinegar is very cheap, Kana. You can ask mommy or daddy to buy it. Mm.
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am, can you write a WhatsApp message on the group?
Okay, I'll write. Okay, I'll
Ma'am, I
write.
don't know what.
Okay,
Ma'am,
I'll
also
write.
the first line.
You have to take 4 slices of bread. You have to keep one as it is. You have to dip one in water, one in vinegar, one in milk, and you have to leave it in a cover. You have to hang it somewhere in your room. Tape it nicely because it may stink, and you have to leave it. In few days, you will watch how mold grows. You will see how mold is coming from the bread. Green, 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 thin, 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 small mold will grow. You have
Ma'am,
to
that is
record that.
bacteria.
Sorry?
That is rhizopus bacteria, ma'am. Red mold.
Yes. Yes. In that mold is not good for health, so you should not eat that bread after that. Okay. But I want you to observe in which mold is coming faster, in which mold is coming slower, how much mold is coming in what, and which bread does not get spoiled. Okay. So you can mark it. I will send you a picture also. Okay. Don't forget to do this. Right. Next one. When we have fish, how many of us have seen small, small tadpoles?
Yes, I found.
The next time you go out somewhere, Kana, you tell when you go with your family, go to some place where there is water. Backwaters will have lot of tadpole. So when you sit there, you will notice as these kuti tadpoles will slowly become big, 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 and they will become fish. So even if you have fish at home, you will notice how tadpoles are turning into fish. Similarly, you may also notice how eggs have small growth phase, incubation phase, and they become chickens. They become little chickens. right? These are all
Ma'am,
how, yes. Then another classic example of growth, butterfly to caterpillar to butterfly, caterpillar, then cocoon, then butterfly. This is also a very nice cycle. It is very beautiful to watch. Okay. Yes. So this long term homework is drawing your mold experiment. That is for long time. Okay. Simple homework for today will be drawing life cycle of cat butterfly. You have to draw and you have to post a picture in your group. Okay. Don't forget to draw life cycle of butterfly. Don't forget, don't forget, don't forget. Similarly, when we have animals, right? How many of you have pets at home? What pet do you have, Kavish? What do you have, Niksha? Okay, Kasini, what do you have?
Ma'am, my aunt has a dog in her home, ma'am.
Okay, Kavish?
Ma'am, I have lovebirds, ma'am.
Birds. Okay, then?
Ma'am, my uncle has a dog in our house.
Okay. Whenever you have cats or dogs or birds, what is very important for them? To take care of them.
Ma'am, we have to take care of them, give them enough food and the right food. We have to know how to help them, what to do. We have to know their body language. We have to take
Yes.
them to the vet regularly. We have to give them vaccinations if they are able to cause rabies.
Yes. So whenever you take care of any pet, when you get any pet, be it a bird or a rabbit or a rat, or a lot of people have white rats as pets, right?
Ma'am,
So
somebody will grow.
Ma'am, hamster.
Somebody put them
hamsters, yes. Sorry? Whatever pet you have to take extremely good care of them. Like Gopi said, right? No matter, like Gopati said, whatever pet you have, it is important to take it to the vet often. You have to feed it enough, right? Some foreign bred animals cannot live in Indian conditions. For example, Persian cats. Persian cats are very, very
Ma'am,
costly. They are very furry, very big. They need high winter to live. But our people will bring them and keep them in summer. So they need that cold climate. I have a friend whose AC is 24 hours on, and she has a cat that will not leave that AC room because the cat needs that cold condition. Otherwise, she stays in Chennai. Otherwise, the cat will lose a lot of hair. It will become very weak. Right. So she will keep the AC on only for the cat.
ma'am, another pet, ma'am.
Hmm.
Ma'am,
There's a dog
I
species called huskies, ma'am.
Hmm.
They also need winter to survive because
Siberian
they
husky.
have adapted to winter conditions, ma'am. They look a lot like wolves and have lots of fur, ma'am, to keep
Yes.
them warm.
But they're very tender, very sweet ones. They don't harm much. They're very cute, very sweet ones. But our people bring them to hot places like Chennai, and they totally spoil their habitat. They make them very weak.
Ma'am, for hot conditions, we should have pets which have less hair, ma'am. If we bring a pet which has so much fur, ma'am, the fur will make it hot, ma'am. The conditions outside, if it's hot, it will make it more hot, ma'am, and it may get tired.
Yes.
Actually, when we go out hot, we stay in the sun for a while, we get sweat. Maybe they
Yes.
also get sweat and conditions.
Yes, ma. Yes, Saranya.
Ma'am, I have a dog, ma'am. It will be sleeping in my room, ma'am. It's now with me only, ma'am.
Mm-hmm. You should show us your dog on video, ma.
Ma'am,
Like,
but you will block, ma'am.
oh, you have to bring your dog and show us. Like Gopati said, like we become uncomfortable in the sun, similarly, our animals can also become very uncomfortable, right? And they will become, now we become very weak after going and playing in the sun and coming. They may also become very weak and tired, right? So we need to take extremely good care of them. Similarly, some of our animals, or like the Indian country dogs, like the natural breed, they have the adaptation to live in a very nice climate. They are the ones who have that ability, but we don't want them because they are not cute. We want only cute things, right? Even if cute things are not meant for us. For one Persian cat, people are ready to pay 1.5 lakhs, 2 lakhs, 3 lakhs, and they're ready to buy Persian cats. Persian cats are extremely expensive. Maintaining them is very difficult. I have a friend, a distant friend, a friend's friend, who has a house full of Persian cats. She does this as a business. She will grow cats
Ma'am,
and she will sell
Cats
them.
even Siberian
and
huskies are very expensive.
Yes. So
Even
if
dark
even
nights also slightly expensive.
yes, so even if this is done as a business, we should not hurt we should not hurt another animal, right? Right? So we need to take care. Right? So whenever we use our senses, also it is very, very important that in biology we understand how to use our senses. When we smell something, there is some kind of a reaction in our body. We either feel pleasant, there is a good smell, or there is an extremely bad smell, right? So that is also a reaction. That is also the biology of our body, right? When we taste, we have taste buds in our tongue, we have salivary glands. All that is a part of our body. Then when we hear sound, sound is measured in decibels, right? So when we hear loud sound, we know what should be the ideal volume. Even in our phones, in our thing, there is an alert, right? It says
ma'am, the ideal
sound
volume is
beyond
about
this.
80, ma'am.
Yes, and beyond that, it says sound beyond this can harm you. Right, there is a notification, but what do? We
Ma'am,
will ignore the
sound
notification and
beyond
increase
80
the volume.
decibels can harm us, ma'am. In public speakers, ma'am, they do it till 90 decibels, ma'am, sometimes.
Yes, at home also, what do? We will put our headphone and we will keep high volume. Then we will receive a notification. Volume beyond this is harmful for you. We will ignore and we will keep high volume and listen to favorite songs and we will keep dancing, right? So,
Ma'am, I
Ma'am,
don't use
Even
headphones, ma'am.
beluga is
I
also
don't use headphones
producing.
or earphones, ma'am. If I cannot
yes.
listen something easily, ma'am, then I'll keep.
Ma'am, even beluga whales also produce 250 dB amount of sound. Ma'am.
Yes, we
That
need to
can also
ensure.
kill a human.
Yes. Similarly, we need to ensure that we keep and listen optimum sound. Okay, so now I have given you an idea of the basic subjects, right? Now is break time. You have 15 minutes break time. Now, in the break time, you have to go drink something, eat something, and come. Okay? Come back in 15 minutes. All right, go run.
Ma'am,
Yes, ma'am.
ma'am,
Break time, break time. Yes, ma.
ma'am, can you see my dog photo?
Oh, that's a very cute dog, dear.
Its name is Simba, ma'am.
Simba is very, very cute.
When his birthday, I take this picture, ma'am. He's a naughty
Hmm.
boy.
He's very naughty boy, is it? Okay, more naughty than you, ma.
Yes, ma'am.
All right,
He's
all
so shy, ma'am. So that's only I didn't show my dog, ma'am.
right. Okay, no problem. But Simba is very cute, and you're very lucky to have Simba. Okay.
My mom that don't like dogs, ma'am, because it will good give some so like it's it will get some allergies so that I will take Simba to my room, ma'am, in AC.
Okay. All right, all right. You have a nice time with Simba, but all of you go eat, drink something. 10:45 we resume. Okay.
Ma'am, even I have a dog, ma'am. Its name is Tiger, ma'am. It
All
is
of you are
down
very
the
interested, man.
I'm in the apartment and I'm going to put barley tea biscuits and eat.
All right, all right. Chalo, go quick and come quick.
Yes,
Bye
ma'am.
bye.
Bye, ma'am.
Are you all ready? Switch on your cameras. Okay, I have sent your homework on the group. Okay. So what you have to do is you have to follow the instructions that are given, and you have to create a presentation like the pictures that is mentioned. Okay, so I have sent you 2 pictures that will show you how the overall presentation should look like. Okay, so that will be your homework. Am I clear? Yes? Yes, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Say something. Okay. If you have any doubts, you can post it on the group. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Shall we continue?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so we finished biology. Let's go to the next part now. Next, botany. Now, botany is the study of plants, right? Where do we study about plants? Where have you seen plants growing? Do we
In
eat
forest
plants?
or garden.
Yes. Do we eat plants? Yes, we have to eat a lot of plants and vegetables, right? So, what are the common vegetables that we eat?
Spinach, curry.
And tomato, onion, potato, brinjal.
Tomato. Okay, listen here. Tomato, onion, brinjal. Right, tomato,
From
onion, not
ladies'
potato, potato. Lady's finger. Right, so these are the common ones that we eat. One thing you can try today is, right now you can tell your mom is that you have to take a few grains of green dal, right? Green sprout dal. You have to, put them in a white cloth bag or a cloth, and you have to hang it. You will see that a small mold will come. Right now, these sprouts are very, very healthy for your body. If you are interested in sports, if you want more energy, if you want to be more active, if you need more protein, you have to eat these sprouts at least once a day. Right? You can eat so much, one small bowl, but it is very, very, very healthy. Make it a habit to eat these every day. Right? Tell your mom, Amma, ma'am told me to eat sprouts every day because this will make you intelligent and strong. Okay? Right? It is very important. So you can tell your mother now only. Say, Amma, I want sprouts every day. Okay?
Ma'am, my mother is not at home now.
She's not at home. But whenever she comes back, you can tell her. Okay? Now, another thing is, there is something called photosynthesis. How many of you know what is photosynthesis?
Yes, ma'am. The steps which plant grows.
Growth of plant, ma'am.
Yes, photo means light. Synthesis means growth.
Process.
Every plant, yes, process. Every plant
There are three
needs
elements, ma'am.
every plant needs a certain amount of light to grow. Some will grow with less light also. So if you have small plants, you can keep one in the sun and one in a completely dark place. You will see the difference in the growth. Right? This is called photosynthesis. Fine. Trees, bark, all these big, big trees are the base of humans existing on earth. When we cut down all the trees and we make place for us to stay, there is no enough oxygen for humans to breathe. Correct?
And because trees produce oxygen, ma'am.
Right. So photosynthesis is very, 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 very important. Okay. So If we don't have trees, we don't have oxygen. If we don't have oxygen, we will automatically die, right? So now when COVID came, what happened? There was no oxygen for a lot of people, right? People were struggling to find oxygen. A lot of oxygen cylinders were not available and people died. So we should always safeguard plants. How many of you host birthday parties for your birthday? How many of you celebrate birthdays with parties? Mallikarjun, the others, you don't celebrate birthday
Can you repeat it
parties?
once?
Hmm. How many of you have parties for your birthday? Parties. Birthday parties.
Ma'am, this Aryan, I go out with my family or have some fun with my family, ma'am, that day. Mostly everyone wishes me happy birthday and we all have fun while playing, ma'am, mostly. I don't
Yes, that is
remember
very
having a
nice.
party, ma'am.
All right.
But,
Give me
but
1 second,
I
ma'am.
was ma'am, but my second birthday when I was little, then only I remember I had a party, ma'am.
All right. Just give me 1 second. Mm. All right. So now, at least for your birthday, do you cut cakes?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. For every birthday of yours, make it a ritual, right? To plant trees. Any trees, but make it a habit to plant trees. When you grow older, when you are 15 years, when you are 20, 25, 30, you will see that these trees would have grown nice and big and you will feel really happy. But when you see a place where there were trees but now there are no trees, you will feel very bad, right? So please make it a habit to plant trees, right? Trees are very important for humans, right? So you can always observe trees. See, you can do so much activity with trees. Sometimes if you see plants on the way, if you see trees on the way, you can see how different shapes are present. You can draw the shapes of leaves in a notebook and keep, right? Different plants will have different shapes, different leaves, right? So you can see, clear? So you can always do that, right? One more experiment I can tell you is, you can keep water in separate bowls. I don't know how much of this you're going to do, but let me tell you, you can add water in bowls. In one water bottle, in one bowl you can put red color food color, in one you can put blue food color, celery in it, right? So celery, it look like coriander only, so you can put that. In few days you will see that every leaf will be of a different color. In which you put red color, your leaves will be green, red color. In which you put blue, leaves will be blue color, right? So the water will actually be carried to the leaves. It is a very fun experiment, you can try. Okay. Similarly, you can eat 2 tulsi leaves every morning, right? You can have a small coriander, a spinach, and then you can have a normal pudina plant. You can have tulsi at home, right? You can have small daily requirement plants at home. Can you all hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. At home you can have a tomato plant. You can have all these small plants you only can grow, right? So it will be lots, it will be more than enough from for your family, plus you will enjoy. You can have chilies. Excuse me, I'm staying in a very cold place, dear. That's the problem. Okay. So all of this will definitely help you. Clear? Yes?
Ma'am.
Right. Next. Astrology. What is astrology? We already said, learning about the
About space,
About space. What is the center for all planets to revolve around in our galaxy? The sun.
sun, ma'am.
Right. So when we say sun, the sun is a huge mass of.
Ma'am.
Karan, what are you doing?
Hydrogen molecule.
Karan, what are you doing? You are not listening, Karan.
And what? No,
What are you doing? Listen, Kana, focus here. Right. So the
No, I'm
sun is a
listening only, ma'am.
huge mass of gases. Right. It is responsible for all the heat. Nowadays, now, for those of you who are staying in Andhra, for those of you in Chennai, you know how hot it is, right? It is extremely hot. So the summer is very high. It is at a maximum. In some places, it is very cold. So what can you do? You can always, yes, you can now for fun, like we did indoor things, you can go outside and keep a stick in the middle where it is maximum sunshine, right? And similarly, you can know how to read the time using a sundial. Earlier,
Ma'am.
long back, before clocks were watches were invented, people used to see the sundial to know the time, right? Using a stick. So you can learn how to read a sundial.
Show the time, ma'am.
Yeah, so in case you are going for trekking or somewhere far and your iPhones or your watches, iWatches have stopped, you can always use a sundial, right? Similarly, we create shadows, right? Outside, we can create a shadow using different things. Inside, using torchlight, we can create shadows. Shadows are very interesting and we can create a whole lot of different things. Remember, we used to do this, all of this you on the wall. We used to make
And
shadows.
shadows.
Yes, we used to do. So you can try different shadows. There is something called shadow art.
Ma'am, like
Shadow. Using
bird.
shadows itself, they will create big masterpieces. So if you have a friend or somebody, you can Google what is shadow art, how to do. And 2, 3 friends can join together and do different shadow art. It is very beautiful. You can click pictures, you can send it to talent shows and all. Okay. And then when we say astrology, the main important thing is the moon. As important the sun is, we have the moon also, right? So the moon, the shapes of the moon, the crescent, we all know, right? Every 15 days the moon will change face, right? So there will be a full moon phase, and then there will be a waning phase, and then we will have a no moon phase. So the growth phase is the waxing phase, the thinning phase is the waning phase, right? So the moon will either wax or wane. Yes or no?
Ma'am.
Right?
Ma'am, when a full moon and no moon completed, it means a month completed, ma'am.
Yes. When we have one full moon and one no moon, it means a month is completed. That only we call Paurnami and Amavasya, right?
Yes, ma'am.
You know why people say we should not go out on Amavasya?
Because it's bad, ma'am.
Why?
There's no moon on night.
Yes, in olden days, there are a lot of other reasons, mythical reasons about belief systems and all. But one practical reason was earlier, before lights were invented, when you go out, there is no guiding light on a Amavasya, right? The moon is not there, so there is no light, correct? So, what happens when you go out? Thieves find you like an easy prey. It is very easy for thieves to attack if they spy on you. There is no light, you can't see anything, it will be pitch dark. So you may get, people may steal you, right? People may rob you of your possession. That is why they said don't go out on Amavasya, because there will not be any light and you may be in trouble. You may get stolen. Okay, that is the reason they mainly told. And you don't know whether there is a pit or what is there in front. You may hurt yourself, you may fall, you may hurt yourself. But as years went by, they said you should not go out on Amavasya, right? Similarly for Paurnami. Paurnami is considered very pure and holy, right? Why?
Ma'am, full moon day.
Full moon day. I love the moon a lot. I'm very attached to the moon. I don't know why, but I like moon very much. Right? I call my child also my moon only, because my child will be nice and round. Right? He's very chubby, so I call him my moon. So I'm very attached to the moon. And full moon is very beautiful to watch. Full moon is considered very holy and very thing because simple reason, there is a lot of light around us, and when there is light, there is a lot of purity, joy. Simple example, how do we feel when there is a power cut?
Feel very bad, ma'am.
We get bored, we feel sad, we feel dull, we don't know what to do, right? But when we have full current, what do?
Enjoy the time, ma'am. Like
We
watching
enjoy the
TV or
time. Yes. And when we have a lot of lights, imagine the opposite house to us, or in our house only guests have come and all the lights are on. How do we feel? We feel very happy. We think it is some
yes, ma'am.
festival. For Diwali and all, outside and all, when we hang colored lights, we feel very happy. So when there is more light, we tend to enjoy more. Similarly, for Paurnami, there is full moon, so there is more light. So it is considered to give more happiness, more joy, more blessing. Clear? Yes?
Ma'am.
Yes. So clouds are responsible for rain. How are clouds formed?
Ma'am, by the process of evaporate water cycling.
Yes. What happens in water cycle? Water from the earth gets absorbed into the sky, right? And then when pressure changes, this water forms masses called clouds, and the water in this mass becomes heavy and it pours down as rain. Even though we may not appreciate rain, we may get angry, we may get irritated, but rains are very, 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 very important for us. Correct? Without rain, we will not be able to grow our crops. Without rain, the earth will not cool down. Without earth, we will not get water flow. Without rain, you cannot do so many things. Water supply will become less. The natural resource of water will get depleted. So water is very, 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 very important for us. And one major sources is the
And river.
rain. Right. The science behind rain is evaporation. When water gets absorbed by the universe, evaporation takes place because of the heat present in the ground. Okay. Next, ecology. What is ecology? Ecology is the study of organisms and their interactions. The first one is erosion. Erosion means
Soil erosion.
When
soil erosion,
soil will go from the
land
place to place.
erosion. Yes. Now, right now, I am staying in a hill station. How will a hill be? Like this?
Cool.
Yes.
It will be so cold.
Yes, it
ma'am,
is
very
very cold.
chill.
It is chill. But moreover, the land is like this, right? Like a slope. So, and what do people do? When people have to stay, they will break the hill and they will create places to stay, right? So, when there is a lot of rain, this land mass that is present there will get, it will
Flow, ma'am.
fall off, it will get eroded, right? There's heavy rain, there is nothing to hold this land, this soil, so it will slip. It will cause soil erosion or landslide. In hills it is called landslide because the land, big masses of land will slide. So in order to move from a hill station, we have to go up to a plain land. And if landslide occurs, roads will be blocked. Then people have to move that in an emergency basis and only then go. This happens because we use too much of the land area. We do not allow. So in this hill station where I am, you know what government has done? They have created big concrete blocks and they have kept it as a support for the land. The government has taken a lot of measures to prevent landfall, to prevent landslide. Similarly, erosion means the top layer of the earth becomes loose because there is nothing to hold it. There should be something to hold, right? When there is
Ma'am.
nothing to hold it on top, it becomes very loose. So when rain comes, the top layer of the land gets flown away. It will get carried away. It will get washed away and it will go. So automatically, this land is only good for fertilization.
Ma'am, you're stuck.
Ma'am? Ma'am? Ma'am?
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am?
Ma'am.
Ma'am, ma'am,
Ma'am?
ma'am,
Ma'am? Ma'am?
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay, sorry, ma. I don't know what happened to my connection. Yes, so we were talking about soil erosion. So when the top layer of the soil gets eroded, the lower layer of the soil gets exposed. Is it a good sign or a bad sign?
Bad sign, ma'am.
Why?
Ma'am, it's a bad sign because the
The land goes away, ma'am.
nutrients. Ma'am, it's a bad sign because the soil cannot support plant life, ma'am.
Yes, the
And the
nutrients present in the
rain lost fertility, ma'am.
Yes, the nutrients present in the top layer of the soil will get washed away, and the support soil that is down will come up. This process will continue and continue till land mass becomes very, very less. And we need more earth mass. Only when earth mass is more, when soil mass is more, we can build houses, we can plant trees. If we cannot do all of this, then it is danger, it is threat to life. So we have to save the soil. It is very, very, very important to save the soil. Clear? Next. Now, this is also very important and a very nice experiment. How many of you like earthworms?
no, ma'am.
Don't say she and all. Earthworms are called farmers' friends. Why are earthworms called farmers' friends?
Help to grow crops, ma'am.
Yes.
Because it will be eat all dust inside the
Yes.
soil.
Earthworm will do two important things. Gopati, earthworms will, one, it will eat all unwanted things. Next, it will go like this, like this, like this, like this. It will till the soil. Till means to mix the soil. Right. So automatically an earthworm will till the soil. Earthworms are very, 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 very important. They help in creating decompost. Decompost means
Decomposed means
to
Yeah,
get
decomposed.
spoiled.
Reduce,
Yes, decomposition means to break down. So when something is added, it will help in breaking down the hard particles into small, small particles. It will help in decomposition and it is used as compost. Right. So if you take up some kind of a farming, a small scale farming, instead of adding a lot of chemical, if you add earthworms, it will automatically do the decomposition work. Right. So the more the earthworms are, the better it is for the soil. So soil will always have earthworms. So if you see earthworms, you should not kill them. What should you do? You should take them and put them in a soil place where you find soil. Earthworms are good. Every single creature that God has created on this earth is good. There is no creature that is bad. Tell me one
Like,
creature that is bad.
ma'am, mosquitoes are also helpful, ma'am. All think they are bad. Mosquitoes are helpful to save forest, ma'am.
Yes, mosquitoes will only be present where there is thick forest cover, where there are
Ma'am,
lot of
if mosquitoes are not there, ma'am, we would also be not there, ma'am.
yes, mosquitoes are important. Honeybees are very, very important. Right, so everything
Ma'am, if
is
there were
important.
no honeybees, ma'am,
They
plants
save very
wouldn't
good flowers.
grow nicely, ma'am. Honeybees pollinate the flowers and all and help them grow, ma'am.
Yes,
If
the
honeybees
buzzing
were
of a
not there,
honeybee is very important. Right, so very good, Gopati. So all of these things are extremely important. So what can we do in order to save the soil, ma'am?
Plants, ma'am.
We have to one plant. Next, we should not put plastic on the ground because plastic will automatically prevent water from going to the earth. It will remain where it is. Plastic is very, 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 very harmful. I told you I'm staying in a
Decompose,
hill station now. I told you I'm staying in a hill station now. In this
ma'am.
hill station, plastic is prohibited. Wherever you go, you will not get straw, you will not get paper cups, you will not get paper plates, you will not get plastic bottles.
Ma'am,
Zero plastic.
I saw in Ooty, ma'am. When I gone to Ooty, there are
Mm.
no plastic bags to use, ma'am. Only paper bags and cloth bags.
Yes, only paper and cloth bags. So it is very, very important for us to ensure that we stop the use of plastic. How to stop the use of plastic? Instead of using a plastic straw, use a bamboo straw. You can keep it for yourself and you can reuse it. If you are going out somewhere, carry your own tumbler or carry a cloth bag when you go for shopping. It is very small. You can fold and put in your top pocket, right? You can use a small bag that you can use to bring your groceries. You can tell mommy, we should not forget to carry our bags and go. You should ensure that you help your family members, you tell your family members to stop the use of plastic. Instead of buying plastic bottles, you can use any kind of a steel bottle or anything. Yes, Madhu, you have something to say?
No, ma'am.
Next, recycling. What is the meaning of the word recycling?
ma'am,
We use the object when we use, ma'am.
renewing it, ma'am, renewing it. Ma'am, like
Object when we use
plastic,
it, we reuse one.
unusable plastic, pieces of plastic. If you give some people recycle it, ma'am, that means they may renew it, ma'am, so we can use it again and again, ma'am.
Okay, now there are two important things. 3R.
Use, reduce and recycle, ma'am.
Reduce, reuse, and recycle. If there's something that you can reduce, reduce it. If there is an option to reuse something, reuse it. Don't discard. It does not mean you are poor if you reuse something. Right? One of my friend will use 4 clothes. She will repeat those 4 clothes till they are fully torn. It does not mean she is poor. It means that she is reusing till it is fully not usable. How many of you have younger brothers, sisters? Gopati has, Madhushri
Ma'am,
has,
ma'am, my clothes after washing them firmly, ma'am. If it doesn't fit for me, I'll give it to my younger brother.
Yes, it is not wrong, ma. Siblings have to share, right? It is very good if siblings share clothes. It is nothing to be ashamed of, right? Similarly,
Yeah,
toys
I
you can
understand.
share.
I will share my second children dress to my siblings.
Yes, uniform, toys. If you don't have a younger brother or a sister, you can collect them nicely. You can iron them. You can go to orphanages and you can donate. There's so many people who don't have proper
I
things
will
like you have.
donate, mom. I donate.
Right, you have to make it a habit. But what do? We will use one pencil per day. We will sharpen, we will waste that pencil. Right, you should not do that. Clear? Yes,
Yeah, ma'am.
we should not waste
Ma'am,
anything, even if
ma'am,
it
I
is.
never use one pencil per day, ma'am. I never use one pencil per day.
Some people do, right, ma? Some people do. You should not use something so much that you cannot, that you have, that it gets over soon. You should not deplete things, right? You should make sure that you use it properly, right? So don't waste anything for that matter. Don't throw it off easily. Don't waste money, because your parents, my parents, we are all working hard for our daily living, right? For parents, your school fees is high, your things are high, so you should help from your end. What should you do from your end? You should
Reuse, ma'am.
reuse. You have to be careful. You should not waste. You should not tear your clothes. You should not lose your things. You should not misplace your things. You have to be very, very careful, right? So remember, reduce, reuse and recycle. Okay, clear?
Yeah, ma'am.
Next, always remember, how do we learn? We learn through experience of our senses. What are experiences of our senses? What are the five senses we have?
Eyes,
Hearing,
nose, tongue,
seeing,
ear.
smelling, tasting,
Hearing,
and
smelling,
touching.
tasting, and feeling.
Feeling, right? So kinesthetic, visual, auditory, olfactory, smelling, and tasting. Right, these are our five senses, right? Hearing, seeing, touching, feeling, right? So we experience. So whenever you see something, if you want to learn, find out what is your best learning style. Do you listen and learn more? Do you see and learn? Do you read and learn? Right, once you have found your style, try to see how well you do it. Some people have more than one style, right? For example, I need to read, and if I do it, I will feel better, right? I need to understand and I need to write. I never forget, right? If I understand it or teach somebody else, I never forget. Next is first hand experience. How many of you know how to ride a cycle?
I know, ma'am.
Most of us know how to ride a cycle. How do we know? Because we have tried it.
Ma'am, tried
Ma'am,
many
ma'am,
times. I
I know how
tried
to
and
ride a cycle since I was at least 3, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, but once I got a cycle almost bigger than my size, ma'am. I couldn't ride it, ma'am. I fell the first week. I fell at least 20 times or 50 times, ma'am.
It happens. That is the magic with cycles. The more you fall, the better you will ride. Right.
yes,
So
ma'am. I
all of
perfect
this,
riding, ma'am.
can you ever forget how to ride a cycle? No. Can you learn how to ride a cycle by watching videos?
No, ma'am.
No. You have
No,
to
ma'am.
practice. Only when you practice it, you will be able to learn. Correct. So this is a first hand experience. Then you can do simple experiments to see automatically on your own. That is why, sorry ma, I've caught a little cold. That is the reason why we do small experiments and see, right? We see that water boils at a certain temperature, then we know it should not fall on us, right? Then we see how milk is rising, Then we add little baking soda and see. Then we put water and oil and see, right? So when we observe, when we see, automatically we find. Sometimes accidentally we'll find something. We will find a butterfly. Then we know, oh, what is this? Then we will see caterpillar. Then we will note, observe. Right. And sometimes we talk about it. Our friend will come and say, you know what happened? We discuss about it. Right. That is how we learn. Yes.
Okay, ma'am.
Now, whenever we create a scientific process, it is important for us to observe. Now, I gave you a homework, right? It is there on your WhatsApp group. I have given you 2 sample pictures that you have to create at the end of this week, right? So today is Monday. By Sunday or Monday, your experiment should be complete, right? I want you to submit a chart like I have shown in the picture. Okay, it is an active homework. You have to do it. You have to observe and you have to notice, right? Gopati, concentrate. You have to observe and you have to notice what is happening. Okay, you can ask questions to your friends and family. You have to create a hypothesis. What's the meaning of hypothesis?
Ma'am? Ma'am?
Ma'am, you are which stuck, ma'am?
You're stuck, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Ma'am?
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 Can you hear me now?
yes, ma'am.
I can hear you, ma. I can hear you. Tell me.
Ma'am, today
I
you
can hear
tell
you.
a homework.
It is there on your group. I have put it on your group.
Ma'am, you told 2 homeworks, ma'am. We'll do second homework, ma'am.
It is on your group. I put it on your group. Listen, in that group, can you hear me? In that group, I have put 2 pictures. You should also create a picture like that. You have to create a chart like that. So you will ask questions and you will create a hypothesis. Hypothesis means any kind of an idea, right? That will explain the process. You will do the experiment, outcome, result. And then I want your result to be analyzed. For this evaluate, you can put as conclusion. Take a screenshot of this and keep. Okay. Gopati. Okay. Next, to see what problems say and you read more information or see how happening, what to do, how does this happen, to ask questions. Okay. Next, you have to ensure that you ask a lot of questions, you meet others, you discuss with others. Clear? Did you understand? Yes or no? So today's class was about science. Was today's class interesting?
Ma'am, I enjoyed it a lot.
Okay. Monday, next Monday, I want your chart work to be ready. Your bread mold experiment is there given on the WhatsApp group. I want you to create a chart having all the details. Okay. This will be your project submission. Am I clear?
Ma'am,
Yes.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes. All right. So shall we close for the day?
ma'am,
Yes,
If
ma'am.
you have any questions, you can ask me now.
ma'am, you told another homework, ma'am, about
Which
the
one, ma?
lifespan
Yes.
of butterfly.
Life cycle of butterfly. You should draw today and you should submit by tonight.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Tell me, ma.
Is it okay if my brother sits right beside me, ma'am?
He was sitting throughout the last 2 hours, so no problem. Okay? Provided both of you don't play. All right. Okay, ma.
Thank you, ma'am.
So you all can have
That's
fun.
50% a problem, ma'am.
Yes, so please don't forget to submit your life cycle of butterfly before tonight. You can use colors, you can draw nicely, you can draw on A4 paper or chart paper. It has to be neat and colorful. Your 1 week homework will be your bread mold experiment. That is your project work for the entire summer camp. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Bye bye.
And as then,
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Yes, ma'am.
ma'am,